Hello one and all, welcome to this first video in a series that's been designed to help you flush out the risks, the challenges and gaps in your current live sales opportunities. In addition, it's going to provide you with some pretty imaginative and meaningful ways to push those sales cycles forward to a conclusion, to a decision by the client and a win ultimately. Each video is going to focus on one element of sales best practice, which will enable you to measure where you are and come up with a strategy to move that element forward in a meaningful way. So let's get started. First area we're going to look at is how much do you really know about your client's past? Now, as salespeople, we naturally gravitate towards the future, right? Because that's where we fit in. That's where the decision is made and the deal is won or maybe lost. By neglecting to really uncover the key elements of your client's past, you're missing a huge opportunity to understand how they make decisions, what the key important milestones are that you need to be aware of to really tailor your recommendation and solution. And I'll give you one example. Often we're selling into potential clients who have an incumbent supplier in place. Now, obviously, what we want to know as salespeople is, well, what can we do to disrupt that internal supplier? And also, how is the client going to make a decision and what's the process they're going to use? Now, all of these questions can be asked, but they're quite sensitive, right? They're quite sensitive questions. And if asked too early, it's unlikely you're going to get an honest answer from the client. And herein lies the opportunity. If we ask these really important questions, but we base them in the past tense, you will find that the client will open up much quicker and earlier in the sales cycle. For example, if you have an client with an incumbent supplier, you can absolutely ask very early on in the sales process. So something like, for example, how long have you been with your existing supplier and what was it that they showed you when you were looking at them 4 or 5 years ago? What did they show you that compelled you to go with them as a supplier? The answer to this will give you their past decision-making criteria. You can also ask them, and how did you go about reaching that decision to flush out their process? Now, clients will be very open about this because it's in the past, it's unthreatening. But really, the greatest indicator of future behavior is past behavior. So by asking that, you're getting a really valuable insight. And if you wanted to, after they've answered, you could say, and what if anything has changed in your thinking right now when you're looking at potentially making another change? So listen, hopefully that's food for thought. Hopefully those of you who think, you know what, I haven't really taken much time to understand the client's past, are starting to think maybe now's the time to circle back and ask some of those key questions. Good luck, happy hunting, and I'll see you on video number 2.